Hey, Pawn family, what's up? It's Yigal here on a beautiful Monday morning. Monday morning. It's Monday afternoon. My head's not screwed on tight today. But I wanted to go live to talk about how to prep for the pawn boom that we all know that is inevitably coming. And I wanted to get somebody live on the stream to kind of coach them through it. So I'm going to send some people a link. If they jump in, they jump in. So I will send. So if you want to be live, first of all, if you can hear me and see me, just let me know. If you can watch this, I want to make sure that you guys can see me. And I'm going to just invite some people into the Facebook Live so we can have a good time. We can talk about how to prep for the pawn boom, ask you what you're doing, what's going on with you. And I'm going to send a message first to Donald Rogers, who said, yes, he's in the mastermind, but he said, hey, what's up, Bob? Christy, Scott, thanks for joining. Bob, if you want to jump on, I'll get you right after Donald. We'll get you on here to just hang out with me. Maybe I'll put you three on, so we'll see. So if Donald doesn't join me, I will get Bob on next. And then, so if you want to join me, hey, Lisa, what's up? Howdy from the great state of Georgia. Great to see you here. So basically what I'm doing is for anybody who wants to jump on Facebook Live with me to talk about how to prep for the pawn boom, let me know. I'm going to send you a link to StreamYard, and we'll have a quick conversation about how you can prep for what I believe is going to happen, what's coming. There's Donald. Give me 1 second. So let's add him to the stream. Donald, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, dude. So Donald's a mastermind member. Thank you. How's it going? How you doing? So let everybody know where you're from, the name of your shop, and how long you've been in business.
So I'm in Chesapeake, Virginia, and then the name of my shop is Virginia Gold Buyers. However, we are currently in the middle of a remodel, rebrand, and we're changing the name to Virginia Premier Pawn. And I've been in the industry for a little bit over 10 years now.
Awesome, brother. So Lisa Little says, hey, Donald. So what's up? Of course, Donald's in the mastermind. He knows a lot of information. But what I love about what you're doing, Donald, because I follow your Facebook, is you're creating the most epic, like just video content, teaching people, teaching people about like gold and guns and things like that. And what a lot of pawnbrokers don't know is that every video that you make, you can retarget with an ad to people who are watching, which is awesome.
Yep.
Right? So you're doing a lot in marketing. So you're changing your name from VA Gold Buyers to VA Premier Pawn, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So Donald said, why do you wonder why you didn't get that? That's why, because you didn't have pawn in your name, dude.
Yeah. Well, I was missing a lot of traffic. Even the traffic I was getting, they were coming in and saying, I thought I didn't even think about coming here because it's not a pawn shop. And even with the gold clientele too, like I was missing a lot of that. You wouldn't think, but people were telling me that, like, yeah, I had all this gold and I almost didn't even come here because, like, I thought you guys only bought like gold bars, and like that was it. And I'm like, okay, but I never thought of that, but that's what it was. Yeah.
So another thing that you're doing, Donald, because obviously I know your store and I know your story. You've done like a huge remodel, right?
Big time.
Yeah. So what made you want to do that?
So my store was not streamlined and it was not economical, and I needed more retail space and I needed more storage space, and I had tons of walls and tons of little tiny rooms, and it just wasn't fluid. So I went in and ripped everything out to a blank slate and just built her up right. And now I have a beautiful showroom and lots of storage space. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I've seen the new showroom.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I told the mastermind about my fall-in-law's little accident, so he's doing okay. But my family's healthy. We're doing good through this, and I'm just I'm here trying to help out the pawn family as much as I can, man.
Yeah, are we in the masterminds group or are we in the community group right now?
So you're on my Facebook page and in the community group.
Awesome. Yeah, because if you guys are not in a masterminds class, it's worth the money. You need to do it. Yigal's the man. He actually keeps all the checks. Pretty awesome. So
thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Just wanted to plug that while we're here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Donald, I
So,
know that you're working, like we talk about three things in the mastermind, right? We talk about leadership, like marketing and strategy. You've got the marketing on
yep.
check. You're doing a great job. You're an SEO and Google AdWords genius. You've got that
Yep.
down, which I think is a lot of people don't understand the importance of that
No.
stuff. And they like, some people know how to do it like yourself. And some people say like, oh, I just don't want to invest the money. I don't want to do it. But how important has SEO been for your business?
Oh, it's huge. I would say, so when I first started business in general, I used to use a sign flipper. Like, so my road, I have about 38,000 vehicles per day, so it's pretty busy. And I used to use a sign flipper way back in the day, and I would say probably 90% of my customers came from that. And then once I figured out Google AdWords, I would say 90% of my customers now come from that. Not only that, it just anybody in today's day and age, you do it, I do it, the next person does it. When we need something, especially if we need something immediate, we flip open our phone, we zip to Google, and we type in what we need. Shoe store near me. Best restaurant. 23321. Whatever it is. I need a painter today. And same thing, cash for gold. Top cash for gold. Pawn shops near me. Stuff like this. People are searching this in their Google query. And, you and I and the next person who probably does a lot of Googling thinks that, oh, I know what a Google ad looks like. I skip right past those Google ads. I don't even pay attention to those Google ads. And I don't really. You probably don't either. But Google has done tons of research, and they know that the average person takes a little bit of everything into account. If your Google ad is beautiful and structured and is the first thing on the page, that registered in their mind. And then the second thing they do is they zip down to the Maps profile and look at your reviews. And if that name with the rating correlates with that very first ad that they saw at the top of the page, they don't even think twice. They go, that's where I'm going. They zip back up to your ad, they click it, they call you. And I'm a pretty good closer, so when I get someone on the phone, 9 times out of 10, they're coming in my store.
Nice. And I think that's huge. Like this is a time to prep essentially all of your SEO, all of your Google AdWords, and get in the face of as many people as possible, because we know that down the line people are going to need money, right? That check that's coming to people from the government is going to be spent really quickly. We know that people are out of work, 16 million people on unemployment. So if you're not working on your marketing at the moment, it's not what Donald is doing. He's not waiting to say like, oh, in a couple of months when this opens up, I'm going to market. He's marketing now. Like he's doing the work at the moment, which is awesome, man.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm one of these. I believe you should talk to every customer and just try to, out of the normal information we pluck from our customers by scanning their ID and all that, I think we should be, one thing I do is I ask every customer how they hear about us, and if you're not doing that, you should be doing that. And obviously all my customers say, oh, I hopped on Google and found you there, which is on purpose. I do that on purpose. But another thing recently I've been talking to my customers about is their stimulus check. It's a good topic of conversation for them. And what I'm seeing is that I would say if I had to put a number to it, 75% of my customers are all saying that their stimulus check is going to go to the credit card bill that they've backed up in this short period of time that they've been out of work. So these people, they're hurting. So right now they're swiping their card, banking on that stimulus check, but once that check goes to pay their credit card balance, they're going to be coming back to see us pretty quick.
Love it, man. So once again, if you guys are watching, I'm talking to Donald Rogers from VA Premier Pawn, mastermind member, and we're talking about what he does in marketing, not just to, he's been doing this for a while, but not just for the while, but also to prep for the pawn boom. And right now we're just talking about like SEO and Google AdWords, which I think are very, very important. A lot of people think like, oh, it's too much of an investment or they don't want to learn it. But everything that you learn how to do or everything that you invest in, if you don't want to do it, that's just more people walking into your shop at some point. And remembering that, I saw that ad when I checked when I needed it. So when I need the money, I'm going to go to them first, Yep. So Scott Sawyer says that he got 3 pickups today that got that check last night. Yep, that's going to happen. It's going to go quick, Scott. So people are going to spend that money real quick. Awesome.
Yeah, and I was going to say that their pickups. That's our version of them paying off their credit card because we're kind of their credit card too. So.
Yeah. Love it, man. Awesome, Donald. Thanks for being here, brother. We'll see you on Wednesday with Jon Gordon, who's a guest. coming into the mastermind.
Cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Do you have my correct cell phone number saved yet?
I do. Now I have it. Yeah. Awesome. So for those of you who don't know, I send the mastermind a message every Tuesday and Wednesday saying like, hey guys, don't forget about the call today. And Donald's number was just saved incorrectly for like the last month. But now I got it right. And if not, I'm sending you a personal text.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So who else, if you guys want to jump on this call, let me know if you want to get some coaching. Put something in the comments. Yeah. I'll send you the link. But awesome, brother. Thanks for joining me on this Facebook Live party. You're driving, so your phone's going on. Awesome. So I'm going to remove him from the stream. But so we're talking about the three things, right? Pawnbrokers have 3 balls, supposedly. Some of you have them. Some of you don't. That's just the truth. But the 3 things that we always talk about in the mastermind are leadership, marketing, and strategy. And these are the 3 things that you need to be prepping right now as much as possible. When we talk about leadership, we talk about having as much clarity, your culture, your mission statement, your vision, your values, the consistency of what you do and how you do it, the cleanliness of your store, kind of like the condition of your mind, your body, and the business, right? Shout out to Rachel, who's also a mastermind member. Woo woo. She says it's like the tax refund time frame is extended. Yep. And this is a good time to prep. And one thing that Rachel does incredibly well is her online presence is magic. Rachel, if you want to jump on this Facebook Live, let me know. I'll send you the link so you can jump on and we can have a quick conversation. If you're not busy, if you are, I understand you're super, super busy. But so that's leadership. When we talk about marketing, we want to have that online presence, an online store, Facebook Live, Instagram, a YouTube channel. And those are the types of things that we talk about in the mastermind, how to set that stuff up. Because if you don't have it, you're going to miss out. You might get business. You're going to get business. Like, I'm not taking that away from you, but you're going to miss out on the business that's walking into the competition because you're not preparing today. And so, again, we talk about leadership. We talk about marketing. It's in-store marketing, online marketing. And so many people I've spoken to have just not been prepared for the online market. They just weren't prepared for what's happening. You know, Rachel's an incredible example of this. She's selling on Facebook Live and selling on Instagram. If you're not following Morris on Cashco Pawn, he's doing a live Facebook auction at the moment. But don't tune out yet. You can go to there because you're not going to buy anything. And then we talk about strategy. Like, what are your metrics? Are you looking at the numbers? Really looking with a fine tooth comb to see where you're spending too much in the expenses. Do you need to get rid of a pawn pirate? Are you training yourself to be able to coach your team? Because one of the most important things that people understand is if you're not a great coach, you're not going to have a great team. And that just doesn't come with the territory. You need to be able to really, learn to do that. You need to be able to learn to be able to be a great coach, to be able to get it done. So if you want to jump on this Facebook Live, let me know. Shoot me a comment. I'd love to just, have people join in. It's really quick. I just send you a link. You join in. We'll have a conversation about where you're from, what you're going through. And if you have any information, if you want me to help out in any way, I'm here for you. I know this was kind of like last minute, but I had a cancellation on my schedule. So I don't want to just waste time. I wanted to really give back to the pawn. Oh, Rachel says, send me the link. Hold on, Rachel. I'm going to send you the link. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pop it in Facebook. So, all right. So we're sending Rachel Fitch a link. She's also a mastermind member. Rachel, link has been sent. Just click on it. Jump on it. You know how to do this. And we'll talk about some of the things that she's doing online, which are just outstanding. I mean, Rachel's, sometimes I get mastermind members who come into the group and just blow it out of the water. So Chad says, I heard someone say PPP application pawn shops could not apply. Is that true? That is not true. Okay. And I'll tell you why in a moment real quick. Rachel, what's up?
I just walked into my house and have a glass of wine.
Nice. Good for you. That's awesome. So I'm gonna answer Chad's question real quick. So Chad asked, I heard someone say PPP application pawn shops could not apply. Is this true? Actually, Rachel, you've been approved for the
I
PPP,
haven't.
correct?
So it has to do with the percentage of profit made in your store. So I'm a 70-30 store. So only 30% of my money comes from my interest.
Yeah.
The rest of my sales is from sales. And
Yeah.
so they want to see, I mean, there's a lot of documentation you have to give them, but that made, that's why I was approved.
Yeah. So Chad, just to answer that question, you can apply. Any SBA loan that you get, you have to be able to prove that your interest is less than 50% of your income. And that's why turning your merchandise and selling merchandise quickly is so important. So Bob said that he received his today. Lisa Little says that she was approved as well. So Chad, to answer the question, you can apply, you should apply. Hopefully you are turning your merchandise quickly so you can make it happen. So we're talking about how to
NPA just put out a post about like the specifics of it. So look in the last NPA email you got, and it'll be in there.
Yeah. So, and if you're not an NPA member, you should become an NPA member. But to answer the question, Chad, you can apply. So Rachel's on. Rachel's a mastermind member. So shout out to Rachel for jumping on here. First of all, you are crushing it on Facebook Live. Like
I have a little dynamic duo going on with my daughter.
Yes.
She is a powerhouse. It's like we have unleashed a segment of talent that we didn't know we had in our family and it's blowing our minds. Like literally, I had a lady text me this morning through a direct message through Facebook asking if we still had one of the Louis Vuittons available, and she purchased it without me having to. I mean, this is her rewatching the live from Friday.
Wow. And so she's asking if you still have more
merchandise. And we sold more.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we're going to do our Southwest jewelry, which is, like our squash blossoms and turquoise rings and things like that. And so we're calling it Turquoise Tuesday. So we'll find out what happens tomorrow. But I'm hoping by the end of the week, I will have my software and hardware installed to do a comment sold. The direct messaging is a little tricky. But guys, literally, we picked up our iPhone, hit live for our store, and started selling. We didn't have props set up, and we just went for it. Our first show, I think we did like $3,000. By the end of that week, we had done 17,000. And I think at this point, we're 2.5 weeks in, and we're probably knocking on the door of about 30,000 in sales.
Oh, outstanding. It's outstanding. And the truth is that, I've been screaming from the rooftops for the last 2 years about like Facebook Live and the power of going online. And a lot of pawnbrokers didn't listen to me. They're like, I'm going live and 3 people are watching. But you've proved the fact that you went live, started selling jewelry and merchandise and handbags, and you're crushing. I mean, you're doing so incredibly.
It was such a simple thing. It was a direct message. So we invoiced through PayPal. So in order for them to claim the item or to sell the item, they had to direct message us. And so that we use a timestamp to see, like, if there's only one of those items, we use a timestamp to see who won that item, right? Or, who got it first. And then we use PayPal invoicing, and we're killing it, and it's mind blowing. And I have the amount of money that I'm transferring out of my PayPal account is, it's fabulous. And so I can't say, and I've done eBay and stuff, but this one is just a little bit more, it's more organic, and people are more excited about it. It's not just kind of, going through a dormant website. It's, especially with Natalie, my daughter, she's like, hi, hi, Yigal, how are you? Where are you from? And so people, y'all, we're selling stuff all over the nation. It's beautiful. It's great. Do it.
Just to answer a couple of questions. Scott Sawyer said, what's the name of your shop? And it's Gold Cup Pawn. I put the name up there. Hopefully you saw that.
Yeah, and on Facebook, it's Gold Cup Jewelry and Pawn.
Yes, correct. Dane Fox says StreamYard is a big help. Yep. So actually, I'm using StreamYard at the moment. Dane, Rachel has graduated from StreamYard because she's selling so much online. She's going to start using something called Comment Sold.
Right.
We brought to the mastermind, which helps her streamline the process incredibly well. But I guess what we're trying to say is, stop being so timid and shy and just hit live. Go live on Facebook.
Literally, just hit live.
just hit live. And at least if you're not going to sell something, introduce yourself, introduce the store. People want connection more today than they've ever wanted before.
Absolutely.
And by the way, you and your daughter's pictures are like, like Vanity Fair magazine style pictures. It's awesome. It's so great.
Listen, you just got on the cover of Pawn Leaders. That's not your everyday look, baby. Okay?
I had to make mine. I had to make my own.
It's not your everyday look. Okay, so we can clean up. That's all that means. We clean up. All right.
Yeah, but so again, pawnbrokers, like, it's time to think outside of the box, which is what you're doing, Rachel. Stop thinking the same way. If you think the same way, you're going to have the same outcome. And you guys are doing something incredible.
Well, we love it. We're it's so fun to be to have like a space where people are excited again in the pawn industry, and it's it's the best thing I ever did was to become mastermind. Honestly,
love it.
Totally. It's been really changing for my company.
Just so people don't know, one, I'm not paying you to say this. I didn't make this live about this.
No,
so it's just
actually have to pay you, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
But you're doing awesome. You're crushing it. So if you do want to join the mastermind, shoot me a message. We'll talk about it. But I'm on here to let you guys know, like, again, we're talking about leadership, which, Rachel, like, you're taking on your leadership. You're now creating this incredible culture. You're starting to put all those things together. The marketing you kind of have in mind. And one of the things that we started.
Maybe your speaker on your iPhone.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It's real staticky.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh, it's pretty staticky.
I think it's yours.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
All right.
No worries.
Sorry.
It's okay. But so what I'm trying to say is that the most important thing is that, like, now that you're doing the mastermind, you're working on leadership, you're working on that marketing, you're working on looking at your metrics a lot more in line. So yeah, love it. Rachel, thank you so much for being on. I'll let you go and go enjoy your cup of wine. Thanks for sharing, and I'll talk to you soon. Cool. All right, guys. So anybody else want to join me? The best way to join me is through a computer, not through a cell phone. But if you want to join in and to get some, I'd love to coach you through some of, like, what you're doing in leadership, marketing, and strategy. Again, the mastermind, I didn't get on this call to tout the mastermind, but it's really, really an incredible thing for pawnbrokers to jump in, learn, and get that accountability and really crush it when it comes to leadership, marketing, and strategy. So with that said, 3 things that you need to do. I'm going to repeat these again, last time. 1, it's time to look at your leadership and your culture. This is the time to grow it. This is the time to build it. 2, your marketing. What are you doing when it comes to your online marketing, collecting emails, connecting with your clients, going Facebook Live, Instagram, YouTube, all those types of things? Are you doing anything? Or are you just so overwhelmed that you're not doing anything? And then strategy. Thanks, Rachel. I appreciate you being on. This thing isn't that great for with cell phones, but and then the third thing, which is strategy. Do you know your metrics well? Do you know your numbers? I spoke with a pawnbroker the other day who called me, who's making 6 figures, but couldn't even tell me what it was costing him a month, like what's going on, where he can make money, he just didn't know the details of how he's making that money. And I said, listen, you can probably make $300,000, multiple 6 figures net if you just knew how to do this well. So think about an investment in yourself. Think about an investment in your business. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. So prep, build your culture, build your marketing, and really get to know your strategic goals, as well as how you look at your numbers and your metrics to be able to grow it. So if anybody else wants to jump on and say what's up with me, please feel free. Jump on here. Let me know. If not, I will talk to you guys soon. I've got a lot more work to do, and have an amazing day. Take care.